for to maneuver, for a commander to maneuver an element during a charge. So I'm going to give you a demonstration. Ace, you want to run behind me at like 5-10 feet behind me, and then turn when I turn, or turn where I turn. So if Ace and I were just two guys in a unit, and we were running forward, it's going to sound like this. So both him and I are going to be charging. So wheel left. So I turn on the 90 degree wherever I hear the left, and then Ace turns where he saw me. Everyone see how that worked? So not everyone's turning left immediately, which is what's been happening. And then we end up like a giant clusterfuck, which sucks because that doesn't keep the bulk of our force together. So when we wheel, it's just keep everyone together, but we're attacking a different objective. Everyone understand that? All right, so everyone go ahead and get into melee. We're going to go execute that a couple times. And I'm going to stand off to the side and watch to see where you guys. So while we're doing this, I'm going to give you guys, we're going to actually cover a couple things at once. So actually you guys can relax for a second. So the charge mechanics are two ways. You're either going to hear prepare to charge, then you're going to hear move out of the double quick at a compass direction, and then during that you'll hear charge. Or the alternative is you will just hear the command counter charge compass direction. Everyone understand that? So there's the only two ways you're going to hear charge. So you'll hear prepare to charge, double quick, move it out, and then you'll hear a charge, or you'll just hear counter charge direction go. Counter charges are for emergencies or for counterattacking. That's why it doesn't have the whole rigmarole. You're not going to get a lot of advance notice on it. So in this case, it's I-Corps prepare to charge. To the north at the double quick, forward march. Charge. Wheel right. Wheel right.
Bird, you got your ears on?
Wheel right. And
we got some stragglers.
Alright, so as you guys noticed, there's about a good half dozen of you that were straggling hard. That can happen when you take a wheel too quickly. If you just start turning on the wheel too quickly, you can cause all sorts of stragglers behind you. That's why wheels are so important. Because we don't want to straggle it all up. We want it to be bunched up like it is now. That's only because I let the 6 or 7 of you in the back catch up at the very end. If you guys had frozen, you know, when I said halt, then you guys would have seen a really different picture.
And it was obviously all of us that were at the end of the line that had the farthest travel.
Yeah. So when you guys do those wheels, yes, those were a lot of really quick wheels, and you'd never see that in combat, but I was just trying to illustrate a point. It's really important that you don't make that right-hand turn or that left-hand turn until pretty much you're going to have to guesstimate where that front group started turning. So it should be like a big giant snake, almost, but it shouldn't get very drawn out. It should stay rather condensed. Now, obviously, understand latency, lag. It's going to get a little bit spread out, but the tighter you stay together. Now, let's run through another scenario while we're all here, so you guys can all face. Let's keep these officers standing here. Officers, I don't want you guys to move. Everyone that's not the group of officers standing by me, go ahead and fall back all the way to the tents. I want to see if you guys remembered something from your regimental. So go ahead, fall back to the tents. Officers, stay here.
Form up, boys. Come on, boys. Form up.
All right, this is one of the few chances you're going to have a chance to attack some officers. Officers spread out just a little bit. Not too far.
Come on, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. All right, I-Corps prepare to charge to the north.
Prepare to
charge to the north.
At the double quick, forward march.
Double quick.
March.
Charge.
Charge.
And freeze. Excellent. So you guys remembered what the lieutenant colonels and majors told you guys. You're gonna want to kind of blow through. Now, can someone tell me what you guys do next on Discord? Someone tell me what's the next thing you do once you've blown through? Someone take a guess.
Loop back around.
You reform.
Reform, boys.
Reform, and if you need to blow back through again, you blow back through again. There's no command for that. So it's all based on you looking around and identifying what's going on around you. Now, be honest. Speak up if you were one of the people that did not hit T at all during that. If you didn't hit T, be honest. Yeah, I bet there was quite a few more of you. Yeah,
I didn't do
you
it.
guys should be hitting T, even though this is a drill. You should be hitting T every couple of seconds. Just get it into muscle memory. If you hit T, I think it lasts for what, 6 or 7 seconds? Let's try it. I hit it a while ago. 1 Mississippi, 2. I think it's about 10 seconds. So you should be able to hit T once every, about 8, 10 seconds.
It's exactly 7 seconds.
7 seconds. So every 6 to 7 seconds, hit T. You don't have to just sit there and go tap, 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 tap. That's pointless. But it's right near your movement keys, WASD. Very easy to just move your index finger over and tap T. Then another couple seconds later, hit T again. And so on and so forth. That's if you see someone's name above your head, they're friendly, don't attack them. Now I understand some of these officers wear some weird fucking uniforms. We've got a pretty good display of them out there. But it should be fairly distinguishable between Union and Yankee officers. Same thing with Union and Yankee NCOs. They stand out pretty big. Even when you're covered in blood and gray. So good job on remembering the blow through part. Alright, everyone go ahead and face towards the northeast. Get your reloads in.
Northeast, boys. Get your
Reloads in,
reloads
gentlemen. Get your reloads in, boys.
Reloads in, reloads.
Get those nice hot loads recharged, boys.
Independent fire to the northeast commence.
Independent fire.
Independent
Northeast,
fire.
gentlemen.
Northeast.
Independent fire, boys.
Got a hit.
You should be going for hits when it's independent fire. Choose the easy targets.
Brace, 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 brace,
Brace,
brace,
brace,
brace, brace,
brace,
brace.
Reloads,
Brace
melee
now.
mode.
Take 2 steps back.
Brace.
Alright,
There you
I
go.
heard a lot of different weird stuff there. I heard 2 steps back. I heard all sorts. The good thing is you guys are all in melee and you're not reloading. That's objective. When you guys are in the open like this, you don't need to take 2 steps back. The 2 steps back's only on a defensive position. So you guys are correctly bracing for an open field encounter with the enemy. Now this is where you would get like a counter charge attack very often, because we're gonna blunt the initial thrust, and then we're gonna counter charge them and try to. But an open field, there's no point to the 2 steps. The brace in that point is in case you've got your head up your ass, reloading, and you're not using the alt key to look around and maintain your surroundings. It's to be a holy Jesus dog shit. Stop reloading, go into. Alright, guys, go ahead and continue reloading.
Can you
He did
reload, boys?
unintentionally form a second line of defense track.
Yeah, it did.
That was kind of cool.
Kind of made pockets for them to draw themselves.
What the hell is that way over there in the firing line?
Alright, guys, on me at the double clip. We're going to, at the sprint, actually. Follow me at the sprint. We're going to go self-defense.
Sprint.
Go ahead and take up a nice, strong shooting position on this snake rail fence.
On the
Facing
fence,
northeast.
boys. Spread out.
Facing
Spread
northeast.
out.
Spread out to the left.
Spread out.
To the section.
Spread out.
Two to a
gentlemen.
section, boys. Two to a section.
Don't bunch up.
Go ahead, take your bayonets off. Bayonets off.
Unfix your bayonets.
I want you guys to concentrate on the furthest set of targets from this position. For some of you, that's going to be... For those of you on the right flank of the line, go for the middle, the second farthest targets. But those of you who are on the middle and the left flank of the line, try to shoot at the farthest range targets.
Alright, well,
This is basically, this is the angle and the distance a lot of our engagements are at. A lot of our engagements, gentlemen, are not straight on with the enemy like if we stood at the rails on the target.
Oh, good shot,
It's going to
man.
be smoky. It's going to be shitty. Enemy's going to be
Now we got
behind
bullseye.
partial defilade. They're going to be at long distance, and they're going to
Do it
be at
now.
usually a 30 to 40 degree angle from our position.
Come on, boys.
Is just
you got it.
usually how it happens.
Nice.
So if you can't see the targets, hold your fire until the smoke clears in your area, and then get that next shot in. Firing blindly into that area is probably not going to get you a hit.
Wait till you got a target, gentlemen.
Yep, wait till you can see the freight. If you can see the faint outline of the target, then you're clear to. I know it sounds silly, but this conserves ammo for long battles, and it really makes you try to pay attention to those targets. Because this is what those Yankees look like at long range. And this isn't even that long of a range.
Where are we shooting at?
If you're on the center or the left part of the line, shoot the farthest targets. If you're on the right part of the line, shoot at the second farthest target.
Hey, if you want your shots, boys. Your shots.
The smoke's actually blowing left to right. It's actually clearing. I've got the wind.
Nice shot, boys.
The right
Nice
side of the
shot.
line's just getting screwed a little bit with the smoke, but that's going to happen in battle, guys. You have to take that into account. And the officers are the regimental leaders take that into account. They'll shift their forces left and right, but for here we're just going to go straight up.
Which one are you aiming at?
We're being charged. Brace, 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 brace. And freeze. Nobody move.
My reload animation was glitched. There we go.
The fucking smoke. God damn it.
I got one.
I got about four guys on my end. Most of them this time.
I got one on the other end.
And guys, I was very generous, and I gave you like, I want to say 4 to 5 seconds before I said it. So that just, for those of you who just got a little tip of my saber there, that's why it's so important. If I swung at you, and I didn't hit bullshit, then my next move, being frustrated, is going to be hopping over that fence, and I'm going to be getting a boatload. Now, the other thing is, very few of you were able to get your bayonets on. Now, granted, like I said, I only gave you about 8 seconds. So this was a test to see how well you guys did with backing up. But we're going to combine that with the bayonet now. Give you a little bit more time. And we'll see how that goes. So go ahead and resume. Do not unfix your bayonets if you got them on.
Unfixed bayonets,
Unfixed
boys.
bayonets, unfixed bayonets.
And go ahead and retake your positions on the fence line. Go ahead and resume independent fire.
Reload, fire
independent.
well, gentlemen.
I kind of want to shoot whoever it is.
Open up, gentlemen. Fire away.
Fire.
As you can see, the smoke is nicely clear.
Got that bayonet.
Good shot.
Unfixed
Bayonets,
bayonets.
Yeah, make sure those bayonets are off, guys. This is simulating a long-range engagement. But you never know, an enemy could sneak up through that smoke.
Oh, good.
Dang! Dead center.
Good fucking.
Just the right amount of beer.
You're being charged from the northeast. Brace, brace, brace,
Break
brace,
reloads,
brace,
guys.
brace.
On your bayonets.
Northeast. Bayonets.
I don't hear any NCOs.
Face northeast,
Right,
gentlemen. Come on,
northeast,
get your bayonets
northeast.
up.
Two suspects.
Freeze. Nobody move. We got some bayonets on. I see some people with billy club. This area over here decided they didn't want to get stabbed again.
We only had one person get a saber.
Alright, I only saw a couple baseball bats. When you guys hear that brace command, if you don't have a bayonet, that's your indication to take that 1-2 steps back and immediately hit that B key. Fix that bayonet. You're going to survive a lot longer. It takes 4 billy club hits to kill someone. Only takes 2 bayonet. And just so you guys know, in the time it takes you to stab me once with that bayonet, guess how many times I can hit you with this sword?
3.
2 times. 2. That's actually closer to 2.5 if you actually time out if I'm really quick with clicking it. I can get about 2.5 swipes in with the sword in the time it takes for you to do 1 lunge with the bayonet. And it's not just officers that have the swords. Sergeant majors have them too. You guys see that out there a lot during the. So don't think the sword is weak because it's very quick. It gets a lot more stabs in than the bayonets do. But those billy clubs, those things are going to be the death of you guys. The only time those should be used is if you spawn in on a flag and you hear the brace command. You ain't got time to fix that bayonet dead because you don't know at what stage of being charged you are because you just spawned in on a flag. In that case, yep, hit C, go to melee or whatever your key is. For my key, it's C. Hit whatever key it is for your melee. What is it? V for victory? Is that what it is for everyone else?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's too far for my finger to reach there, so I didn't see. But you hit your melee key and go straight to Billy Club mode. That should be only if you're dropping in off the flag spawn. Now, if this unit was getting charged, where's the flag supposed to be?
Behind.
Somebody tell me. Yeah, about 5 to 10 paces behind the unit, preferably near the off or behind and away from the officer, because he's going to be right up in the mix of it, shooting with it. All right, guys, go ahead and get those bayonets off. Go ahead and move back up to the fence and resume.
Bayonets, independent fire.
Your fire was extremely low during the last time.
Back on the fence, boys. Reload.
Yep, you guys might need to use a little Kentucky windage here.
Oof.
Good shots.
Keep gunning, boys. Keep gunning.
Never realized you had to aim that high at that range.
High court, prepare to charge.
Prepare to charge.
Bayonets on, boys. Prepare to charge.
Bayonets on quickly, boys.
Prepare to charge, boys.
Or to the northeast, at the double quick forward march.
Up and over, at the double quick.
Over. Double quick.
War all, you little
Charge.
bit too far ahead.
Charge. Consolidate, guys.
And freeze.
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 Officers do a spot check to see if there's anyone without bayonets on.
1, 2, 3. And this is the 3 guys in the front.
Where's your battle buddy, dog?
They all have bayonets on my screen.
Yeah, in my eyes, they don't have bayonets on.
Oh, weird. Werewolf, Sledge, and Dylan don't have bayonets on my screen.
No, I got
Alright guys, here's one other thing. You'll notice that I gave you a little bit of a delay there between the double time and the chart. The reason for that is so that if you're late as fuck getting over that fence, sprint so that you get together with the main group. I saw some people do it. I saw some people not do it. So if you guys are late getting over that fence because it took you an extra second to get your bayonet on, or you live in Australia and the lag is fucking horrendous, and you know whatever your if your brigade commander is now wearing an Australian flop hat to honor a certain lieutenant colonel, whatever your excuse may be, if you're late getting into that double quick and getting to the charge, don't just be like, oh, well, Drax ordered it or James ordered a double quick, so I've got to stay at the double quick. That time is built in there. That 4 seconds or so of running at the double quick is for you to sprint your ass off to catch up with the rest of the group. And then once you get to the back end of the group, and you're right nut to butt with your friends, then slow down to the double quick and wait for Drax or James or someone to order the actual charge. That'll keep us as a pretty tight fist. This isn't bad considering, but we are looking for improvements, guys. We're starting to get really, really good at this, so we're starting to nitpick the tiny details. Everybody good on that so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right, everyone get into this line here facing towards the southwest, double column. I don't care which units, just get into 2 columns here real quick. We're going to be doing a little bit of a movement to another part of this.
2 columns, southwest, gentlemen.
2 columns.
All right, on
Front
Drax
right,
at the double
front
quick,
right.
we're moving out.
Double quick, boys.
Double
quick, on track.
On track. We're moving out, gentlemen.
Heads up, gentlemen. Gotta keep it tight now, boys. You gotta keep it tight.
Sprint, catch up. Sprint, catch up.
Keep it tight, gentlemen. Keep it tight.
Those lines tight.
Remember, officers love hearing NCO's police formations, so we don't have.
Guys, sprint, catch up. Keep it tight.
Yankees are in that log cabin. Clear that log cabin, I-4. Clear it, clear it. Let's go, let's go. Clear that log cabin.
Let's go.
Don't log jam the door. Oh, you log jam the door. Stop.
And freeze.
Stop.
All right, now, in you guys' defense, we have not gone over this tactic, but as you can see here, those of you who are on the other side, let's see, I'm actually going to call it some names here because this shit's good. Aryan Werewolf, John Tacole, and Private Whirl, and who else is this? Corporal Ian. You guys are in the Drax's Cool Club right now, because instead of trying to log jam yourself to the first door you can find, you guys noticed that there was a side door and went right for it. And you guys are going to have very little trouble getting through that door. So this next part doesn't apply to you guys. Everybody else, and I literally mean everybody else, look at this. There is literally a log motherfucking jam to try to get through this door.
Kill hole.
It is literally, these doors are what we call in the actual military fatal funnels. Every single bastard that's going to be coming through this door is going to get their head blown off by an officer. Because that's what I do when the Union tries to come through that Washington Street house. I sit in the entry for you with my revolver and I blow away the first six dudes to walk through that door. Now, obviously, some people are going to die going through these doors, but look at this. I guarantee you, if I shot through Second Lieutenant R&D Dill, whatever, is that Dylan? I think that's Dylan.
Yes.
If I shot through Dylan, whose name is messed up, I am probably going to hit Corporal Scott, Karuru, and First Sergeant Stormer, because those bullets passed through multiple bodies. So, when you guys, I'm not saying you guys have to pie off doors. This isn't freaking Mout. I'm not expecting you guys to understand, you know, CQB, close quarters battle, or military operations urban terrain. That's not what we're going for here. But we do know some of these game mechanics are going to screw us. So everyone go ahead and step away from the door and just form kind of like a half horseshoe. You guys that did the right thing kind of come over here too, so you guys can see this. Everyone that's in the house, come out of the house. The officers and I are going to show you how to correctly assault. Now, we're only going to show you the entrance on one door. Obviously, you guys are well aware now that some of the force needs to go to the other. When we go up to clear that house, the first one of us that gets to the door is going to open the door. So if they see me get up here first, I'm the one that's going to hit F. They're not all going to sit there and hit F, because if they do, it's going to open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, whatever. So that's not going to work. So the first guy that gets to the door, hit F. Now, the first thing that's going to happen, you can see right now, look how spread out they are behind me. If someone blew a shot through me, it might hit Captain Penance, probably not. It's definitely not going to hit Purge, Bishop, Ace, James, and probably not Admiral. They're all stood off to the side. What they're waiting for is me to get my fat ass through this door. And then the next logical person to come in is going to be Ace, and then you see Penance and Admiral getting close. We're still going to rush this house. We're still coming in, but see how orderly it is now? Even though, you know, look at that. Bam, 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 bam. And now we're all inside the house killing people. Everyone see how that works? So that was the crawl phase. Now we're going to step outside the house, officers. We're going to do it at the run phase. so they can see how it looks for real. James, you take the lead this time to open the door.
Okay.
Alright, so we just got up to this house. We're taking fire from the house. Clear the house, officers. Clear the house.
Officers, charge! Ah! Let's get in there! Come on, boys. Let's fuck him up. Ah!
I have a phone call, guys.
Alright. See how that was, guys? Everyone else saw that?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's head back behind my tent back here. This is my cool tent. Everyone head back behind the tent, and we're gonna reassault the house again without the officers and do it right. Now, like I said, I want you guys to use both sets of NCOs or junior officers. Yeah, let's do NCOs. NCOs, don't be afraid to take your 5th Texas C Company and go through the side door. You guys decide that. Don't decide it now, because as of right now, you don't know that there's Union in that house. Well, once you hear the order, so we're gonna move towards the house of the double quick. Here we go. Moving to the
Moving at the double quick.
At the double quick.
Yankees in the house. Clear the log cabin. Clear the log cabin, I-Court. Clear it. Clear it. And freeze.
Freeze. Hey,
All right.
freeze.
See what happened there? That door was doing the fucking heebie-jeebie, I'm possessed bullshit. We got too many people trying to open the door at the same time. So you guys use your spatial awareness and let whoever's first to get to that door open that door.
Call it like a baseball.
You could even yell out door. I don't care what you do. Alright, let's head back to the tents. Let's try it again. Close the door.
Only the first man in should be press enough.
I know you guys are all excited to get in that house, but you getting in that house faster isn't going to make those enemies die any quicker.
Ah, yes, my red.
The more efficiently we can get through those doors, the quicker the enemy's going to die.
And remember, spread out once you go in the house. Don't sit in the doorway. Sprint to the corner.
Yep. Run upstairs. Alright, double quick towards the house. Here we go.
Double quick.
Yankees are in the house. Clear the house. Clear the house. And freeze. Alright, the group that hit the front door did it right this time. We are still fighting with the side door on the other. Yeah. You gotta stop. Yeah, you can't all go dominoes into the door.
I almost thought someone was behind it fucking with him.
Alright guys, let's get back behind the tents. Last time is the charge. I know this is really stupid, guys, but I'd rather do it here and jack it up here than fuck it up and then.
Oh yeah, and the door swings off to the left, so if you're standing to the left of the door and open it, you're gonna get trapped. And it's gonna be slower.
Yeah, stop before the door, have one guy run up, open the door, then you all start healing up. Alright, double quick towards the house, double quick towards the house. Enemy in the house, clear the house, clear the house.
Yes, block one of those.
Keep going, B-Ball. B-Ball, you're standing in the door. Alright. Index, good job, much better.
Outside of the house, good.
Back outside the house, guys. Alright, we still had a couple mess-ups there, but I'm confident enough that you guys have learned this ad nauseum to at least carry it into your regimental. But you can see why just one person, poor B-Ball, decided to hang out right in the edge of the door here. Whether he was screaming, trying to tell people to go in or not, doesn't matter.
I was trying to move, but I was stuck. There were two people on each side.
Right. That's why we don't log jam those doors, guys. I know it doesn't take much to log.
I don't know how you feel about this, Drax, but sometimes, you know, if I'm one of the last guys in line and I know I ain't getting through that door, I'll run around the side of the house and try to see if I can shoot someone through a window. Or...
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, just be careful about what you're shooting in there, because there's probably going to be a lot of friends.
Yeah, obviously you gotta check your targets.
Alright, hold on. Give me 1 second to look through my notes here.
You want to do it one more time for grade, and I'll sit inside?
Officers inside, we try and kill them.
Alright, Drax, let's do this one more time and put officers in the corners of the buildings and see how long it takes for us all to get whacked.
Alright, officers, go ahead and get inside the building. Enlisted, go ahead and head back behind the tent.
Only hit the officers like once. Just move on to the next target after.
Yeah, after we die, we'll crouch or something.
Yeah, and ignore the ones standing outside, guys. We're watching.
What's the plan, Purge?
Shoot them as they come up.
If you fatal funnel, you're gonna get shot.
Do this.
Alright, officers, you ready?
Close the door.
We're ready. Close the doors. We're ready.
Alright, I-Corps towards the house at the double quick.
The rules are being set up.
Yankees in the house, clear the house. Yankees are in the house, clear the house.
Ready?
Good entry on the front door. Looking good on the front door. Side door, there's all sorts of trouble.
I'm out.
I refuse.
Is it clear?
House is secure. Good.
Alright, everybody outside.
Hell yeah.
Get outside.
Come on. Oh, no, never mind, I got it.
Come on, guys. You know better. Come on.
Hey guys, get out of the house.
You good?
It happens.
Guys, don't logjam trying to get out of the house. Shit, there's Yankees in front of the house. Shift west, shift west, shift west.
Come on, move it, let's go.
Shift west, shift west. Get on the other side of the straight rail. Get on the other side of the straight rail. Yankees are coming in from the south. Yankees are coming in from the south.
Orientate south.
Fire at will, fire at will. The Yankees are approaching from the south.
You're on the wrong side of the fence. Get on the right side of the fence.
No, they're on the right side of the fence. They're on the right side. Yankees are attacking from the south.
You know, there is some nice, juicy, hard cover back here.
Shit, Yankees are in the barn. Clear the barn. Clear the barn behind you. Yankees are in the barn. There's a downstairs. There's a downstairs.
Don't logjam the stairs. Go.
There's a staircase.
Even.
Downstairs clear.
You can't go down.
A lot of confusion.
Screen's all black.
Downstairs clear.
You guys need to be careful on those stairs.
Yankees moving in from the northwest. Form up a line to the northwest on the straight rail fence. Get out of the barn.
building,
Straight rail
northwest.
fence. There's Yankees approaching from the northwest. Open fire. We got them in an enfilade. Get on the other side of that white fence. Blast them.
Move, 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 move.
Come on, gentlemen, reload and shoot, spread out.
Clear that barn. Clear that. Get out of that barn. We got Yankees to the northwest.
Shoot the fence.
You're still in the barn. You're wrong.
Shoot through the fence, boy, shoot through the fence.
Independent fire through the fence.
Good NCO guidance.
2nd Brigade, clear that house to the north. 2nd Brigade, clear the house to the north.
2nd Brigade only.
Clear the house to the north.
Watch your fire, boy.
Keep shooting northwest.
First grade, hold here. Keep up the fire.
Watch your target.
Good job with the door.
Don't shoot in the house. We got friendlies in the house.
Hey, why are people stopping in the doorway?
Do not shoot the house. Friendlies in the house. Keep pointing at this brigade.
Keep up the fire. Independent fire.
Keep out the rate of fire. Make sure you're not hitting the house.
Shit, 1st Brigade, there's a bunch of them in this little stone house next to you. Clear it. They're in this little stone house. I saw 4 of them run in there. They're in the little stone house.
Come on, boys, let's clear them out.
Stonehouse clear. Get back on the fence. Get back on the fence.
Get back on the fence. If they're all dead, good call out. Good call out.
Second brigade, house is clear. Vacate.
Keep firing northwest.
Shit, they're in the barn. Hop the fence. Hop the fence. Fire on the barn. Fire on the barn.
Form back up.
Get behind that fence facing south.
Face south.
In line, let's go.
Those fuckers are in the barn. Shoot them.
Kill them.
Fire.
Keep up the fire. Keep up the fire.
Shoot through the wall, around the windows, both sides.
Up the fire. Fire at will.
Crap, Yankees are shifting. I-Corps, shift right, hawk.
Shift right, boys. Shift right. Break the reload. Shift right.
They're moving into the cornfield. Shift right.
Our refrigerator's fucking broken. I'm so pissed off. It sounds like there's a dead animal.
All right, hold on this fence. Fire into the cornfield. They're in the cornfield.
Spread out, boys. Spread out. Fire.
Spread out.
Want some fire, boys. Get up fire in the corn. Our one true.
Shit, they're charging us. Brace.
Brace.
Step
back.
Two steps
Bayonets
back.
out.
All right, countercharge. You stop the charge. Countercharge. Go.
Hit T, guys. Hit T. Hit T. Hit T. Every 3 to 4 seconds, hit T. Hit T. Keep T. Let's go.
Keep going.
Keep pushing.
Hit
Stop
T.
the
Hit
fence.
T.
Hold on the fence. Fire at will. South.
Reload. Fire away.
Spread out, boys. Fire with. Do not clump up, boys. Do not clump up.
Spread out, guys. Spread out.
Come on, boys. Reload. Let them guns roll.
Spread out. Man per section.
All right, Yankees are dead. Get your reloads in.
Reload, gentlemen. Hold fire. Hold fire, boys.
Hold fire.
Hold fire. Reload.
Hold fire. Hold fire.
Good job.
Yankees are off our left flank. Skirmish up in these rocks. Skirmish up in the rocks facing southeast by east. Skirmish for me.
Bunch up, spread out.
That means kneeling to reload, gentlemen.
Kneel down to reload.
Use those rocks to save your lives.
You can kneel and
Crouch behind the rock.
Keep them guns
They're over there.
Yourself some hard time to reload.
Come on, boys.
They're over there.
We're still not.
Use the smoke. Use the smoke.
Remember, boys. Use the.
Stand up to shoot and then kneel to reload.
Stand up to fire.
Stand to fire.
Those rocks will stop 100% of bullets.
But 0% of by the pressure.
Alright, and index.
Hold fire.
Hold fire. Hold fire.
Index.
Alright guys, I just threw a little bit of everything at you. That's how it is in events. That's how we gotta train. We just did cleared a barn, a house, charged through a freaking cornfield. We even skirmished up in some rocks. We braced off of an enemy charge that came through the cornfield. That's how it is. That's how it's going to be in historical mode. That's how it is a lot of times in skirmishes. You got to be quick to adapt. You got to pay attention. You can't really doze off because you guys thought it was all done there with the reloads. Or some of you are too smart and know I always have something planned. But you never know what the enemy's going to do. And we got to be ready for everything. That's the reason why we train this way. And that's what you guys need to be training during your regimental and company drills. We just covered pretty much all the stuff we've been fucking up the last month. Now, granted, there's a lot of people that weren't here tonight, so your only way to get them trained up to this level is to hit them up during your company and regiment. I think the next scheduled one is Fort Texas's drill on Sunday, correct, Courage?
That's correct.
So Fort Texas has a drill on Sunday. If you have members and you're in part of a different regiment, I'm sure the Fort Texas companies wouldn't mind some people showing up and listening in, especially if they couldn't make it. Everyone's always welcome. It will be on the I-Corps server. There probably won't be a password because we like it when randos join. But this shit's important, guys. Even if you've done this a million times, you still find ways to improve. I don't know who it is, but there's someone running towards the fucking bar. They're like so totally fucking lost. It's fucking epic.
Alright, so are we on?
Just got back because my game crashed. Where are you guys?
We're wrapping up. We're to the west of the drill camp.
Awesome.
But there's a lot of play area in this drill camp, guys. A lot of play area. Not so much to the east of the firing range. There's only a little bit over there. But going north and west, almost nothing to the south. The drill camp really spreads out pretty far to the north and northwest. There's a lot of terrain out there. Some of it may look familiar to those of you who play a lot of picket patrol. They use this map and the CSA drill map sewn together to do picket patrol. But there's a lot of houses and farmhouses and barns, cornfields, all sorts of weird shit out there. Don't be afraid to use it. Like, I forgot this cornfield was here tonight, and I decided to shift you guys right. We've been a little slacking in some of our cornfield maneuvers, but you guys look good going through that one. Definitely props to those people who started to hold people up on the fence, because they know, based off of interactions with me, I like to hold up on fences to get my bearing, especially after clearing a whole. So props to those people. Props to the guys that decided to go investigate the second door of the house. Props to the people who cleared through the barn on the top floor, jumped down, and immediately went to go check the bottom. That's the kind of initiative that we like seeing, guys. That's the good stuff. Now, granted, some of you guys have been through these drills a couple times, or different incarnations of these drills, and you guys can kind of game the system a little bit, but overall, I'm pretty happy. We covered all the stuff that I really wanted to cover. The only real improvement we could make is to have a better turnout for the drill. If we can get a better turnout, then a lot of the regiments can work on some of their stuff by themselves instead of needing a whole group of us like this. But we make do, we call audibles, and what. That's all I have for the official core drill. We covered all the items on the punch list. I apologize that it took us a couple weeks to get this drill done. For those of you who this was your first drill, here's a big surprise to you. Core drills only last about 45-50 minutes. They are not 2 hours long. So if you have people in your companies that are like, well, I don't want to stand there for 2 hours and listen to Drax and James talk. Newsflash, 45 to 50 minutes is all I'm asking. What you guys do after this is your own business. Some people may want to stick around and try to recruit. If there's any recruits on here, some people may want to go play some public matches. Some people may want to go play some picket patrol. That's up to you guys on what you want to do with your time. But the official event is over at this point. Now, before I dismiss you guys, does anyone have any questions? Ask on Discord, because I can't hear you all in game because I'm too spread out. But does anyone have any questions on anything that we covered tonight?
Yeah, I got here a little late, but did y'all do double teaming on bayonet charges so you get a quick kill?
We simulated something similar to that, yeah. Well, I was more. We do a pretty good job double teaming. What we have not done a good job with lately is blowing through with the first wave and not like stopping to kill the first couple guys. And I did a test of that. Yep, we covered hitting T. So I was very happy with the charge from cameras. Any other questions? I said, you guys aren't stupid for asking them. I have no problem explaining something in more detail. No one's going to laugh at you. Some of you may point at people, but...
Yeah, I got a question. When you get your role changed on the War of Rights server from enlisted to adjunct, what does that mean?
Depends on your unit.
You talking about adjutant?
Yeah,
adjutant is a staff,
about that. I had a brain fart.
It's like the company secretary role, is what it is. It means you're the secretary of the unit.
I can give you a heads up later.
Take notes.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's a out-of-game position for handling some sort of paperwork or attendance or something.
You get a booger on your mustache.
Yeah, you get a nice little booger.
Admiral.
Wow, that's not correct.
Alright, any other questions regarding anything I covered tonight or anything that you've heard me or James or Ace or Purge or Moon say in-game that you're not familiar with the command? Now's the time to ask. If you've heard us say something freaking weird in-game, now's the time to find out what it is.
I have an off-topic question.
Yes.
Can I show you guys something I learned today?
Is it
right now.
really important?
No, it's not. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
It's off topic.
The most important thing I think for a lot of you guys to take away from tonight is if you don't have a bayonet on and you hear brace, put that bayonet on and take those 2 steps back. Maybe even 3 steps, depending on where you're standing on that fence line. When the enemies start hopping over it, that's when you step forward and you start delivering those killing blows. Don't stand there 2-3 steps back, let them hop over and start getting the drop on. While they're in that animation of jumping over that fence is when you should be closing distance and whacking at them. Because you're going to get one, maybe a free hit off of them in that animation because they can't do dick but jump over that fence. But the last thing you want to do is have them hit that fence like a giant wave and have the first thing they're going to do is what me and the officers did tonight. They're going to slash or they're going to stab with those bayonets. If they do, they're going to get a bunch of you, and you're going to be wounded, and it's going to be real hard for you to get that first blow on them, much less a killing blow. We are notorious in I-Corps for having some of the most valiant last stands on a fence line. We are also notorious for having some of the most brutal charges in the game. Let's keep up that reputation. That's all I got. James, you got anything?
No, I think you guys did good. Let's get the turnout better for the next drill.
Remember,
Good job today, though.
Alright, Ace, anything?
Nope, nothing the other officers haven't said besides, you know, obviously NCOs take initiative. If you see guys that don't know what the fuck they're doing, please issue guidance.
And Purge, any final comments?
Just disappeared. He's a time traveler.
Nah, I'm all good. Just banana, stand on the fucking fence.
Yes, sir.
Get wrecked, banana.
Hey, give me a fucking cannon. We wouldn't have this problem.
Soon, baby. Alright, guys, you guys are dismissed. I appreciate you guys showing up. Final admin notes is we have an EU event tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Form-up time is between 2:15 and 2:30. A good showing would be nice. We have our first of our 2 weekend NA events is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. That's 7:15 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern time show up. Please don't be showing up at 7:55. It makes it really tough and makes me want to chug a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. So, as much as I like the pink Kool-Aid, please, I prefer not to have a heart murmur by the age of 40. But good job tonight, guys. I appreciate it. I won't take up any more of your time. You guys are dismissed to carry about whatever you want to.
Have an officer duel in game real quick.
Yeah, stick around. We're gonna have a pub stomp if you want.
Penance is really parade drill.
We're gonna the pop server up right now is the first Texas server. So if you guys want to go pop and play and get some pubbies down, I believe there's a few regiments on the game right now, pub stomping. So there's good competition on the pub servers if you want to go out there, right? Yeah.
You guys want to see a magic trick? Everyone follow me. Hold up, I want to show you guys my magic trick.
It's really not that important, Bishop.
No, but it's still.
Someone please! Hey! I'm gut shot!
I dare you.
Get that son of a bitch.
Everyone bang bang.
Oh god! This all about to take off. I know it.
Give him the
One
ring.
bastard shot. Oh my.
Are you gonna show me?
Gang bang him. Gang bang him. Trap him.
Here we go. Let's go. Come on.
Yes, sir.
I-Corps gang bang Ace.
Yeah.
Do it. Trap him. Form a circle.
Yes, trap me.
We got him. Gang bang Admiral. Do it.
I'm too clever for that shit.
Says who?
That's the fucking best response. You get
I
a gold
mean,
star
you
for
guys
that.
were fucking all standing around stabbing each other for a good 60 seconds, not realizing I wasn't there. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, it was only like 20 seconds.
Alright,
The
final
blood-
remarks. Give me a
the
cannon.
blood
Good night.
rage.
Yeah.
Give me a horse. Come on.
Give you a
Bruce and I are
whore?
ready.
I can give you a whore. $20.
Horse. Ooh. Huh.
I'll also give you a horse for that same amount.
Yeah, I'll take a horse. Cannons can wait. We need horses now.
Good luck getting your hands on the horse. There's only a couple of ways to do that.
Just gotta shoot one of y'all off your horse and take it.
Mm-hmm.
See what fucking happened.
Capital treason.
Hey,
My
quick
horse will
question.
come eventually. It'll just take a
I
while.
swear to God, the first time I'm riding along full speed on a horse and I get team killed, someone's getting my.
If I'm in a jungle for a particular company, where do
I'm just
I
waiting for you. I don't
post
want
the
y'all to get
attendees
sniped off by a Whitworth.
As an adjutant, you should consult your company commander on what his expectations are and what roles he wants you to fulfill.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
So whoever your captain is. Is anyone sticking around to pub stomp or recruit or anything like?
Hell yeah.
I'll stay to pub stomp for a little while.
Yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Who else is still on the server? Any of you still on the drill camp? Alright, good talk.
y'all gonna be in First Texas?
I think they're doing an event.
No, it's open. I'm in First Texas
Yeah,
right now.
they're doing
Yeah,
an
no, I saw all these First Texas guys, and then 14th Kincaid in there too.
Both sides right now are taking losses. There's 27 left. 27, 28.
many of us here. Alright, cool.
Come on,
Alright,
let's
let's
go, boys.
get together
Go,
as a
get
group,
the points,
boys.
go,
Yeah,
get
let's
the
do
point,
it.
get the point.
Point, boys.
And there it is. Why doesn't that show up? didn't show up.
Bayonets on, bayonets on, let's get up there.
Bayonets,
on, quick.
boys.
Here we go, it's the final hurrah, let's go!
So how the fuck am I supposed to make a post to your fucking forums here, huh?
Oh baby, I love this map.
What up, boys?
What it do?
Are y'all in game?
Yeah, first Texas server.
Nice.
Are you guys playing Confederate or Union?
What's up?
Are you guys currently playing with the Confederate?
We're on Confederate.
Boys, might have to go Union.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like a 9-person difference. I'm not gonna wait that long. I'm only gonna snipe y'all though.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm playing Union too because there wasn't no space on the Confederate.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever played this map like on the Union side.
First time I played this game, I played this map Union side and I hated it.
Yeah, that would definitely be a turnoff.
I was like, oh my god, is this what they're all like? This is terrible.
Just run and die.
Run for 10 minutes and then die. And then do it again.
Yeah, this map should be like disallowed on like for pubby games, just because it's like you have to be so organized to win it.
Yeah, at least on the CSA side you do. Fucking Yanks, you can just run across the bridge and kill
Yeah,
everybody.
bum rush. Yeah, once you get that first flag across, it's game over.
I might be joining you on Union side, Snoopy.
Do it.
Nope, never mind.
Fuck you.
Actually, I'm gonna do it anyways, yeah.
Having a good time by the tree up here.
Discord. So anything fourth Texas related is in here. The only thing that we use the iCall fucking thing now is for announcing events on the individual company text channels and for playing the game. Apart from that, everything fucking stays here.
Nah, Frank just got done proposing our idea. Did you have any comment on that?
No. Which idea? The
drill camp idea.
Yeah, I sent a message to Purge. We don't own one. I mean, we have
don't
to
own one.
get approval from whoever owns the 8th Virginia one, maybe. So
Well, what I said was Frank should put a proposal that 4th Texas gets their own drill camp and chuck it in the NCO officer chat so we can all have a discussion about it.
good idea. Good idea.
Frank has access to that channel, so he can write that up and chuck it in there, and we'll just see what everyone says. Like I don't think we need anything bigger than a 20 to 30 person server, but it all comes down to the cost and how we pay for it, because we also have to put money towards the iCore one.
Right. Oh, I just noticed you put the attendance register there. Okay. I told them to put us posted in F Company chat, but that's better. I like your idea better.
I wouldn't be putting shit on iCore in terms of attendance, because I've had to I had to smack an iCore officer around the head because he put screenshots of the company tool on company eyes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And Drax came down on me like a fucking ton of bricks.
Okay.
So I said, oh, I'll catch these ton of bricks and I'll just offload them to the fucking iCore bloke, to the iCompany. Yeah, it's we got our own Discord. We keep all our shit in house now.
Okay. Cool. That's cool.
So the corporals, because I don't think corporals have access to the attendance register, so the corporals are going to have to give the captains the attendance. The captains can put it up.
Okay.
Alright guys, I'm going to write up that idea.
Second lieutenant and up are the only people that have access to the attendance register, so when you do your attendance, you just chuck it to your second lieutenant or up, and they can put it in the appropriate.
Okay, so they have to give it to us personally, and then I got you. Okay, no problem.
Frank, I'll second your idea.
So you can peruse it and have a look at the attendance and decide, like, give it a tick of approval. And
okay, sounds good.
You have to think of other things that we can chuck to the junior red officers so they feel like they're contributing to 4th Texas, and it's great.
How about putting them in charge of an onboarding program for new recruits?
Explain.
Well, I mean, when I got recruited, I didn't really know about like that web page where the schedule is, and I didn't know like a lot about the game, and I just I basically stumbled around for about a month before I like kind of figured out how. And might it not be a good idea to have a bit more organized sort of onboarding process when someone comes in to say this is this, this is this, this is how you do that. This is why you do double time and don't sprint everywhere, so your rifle's swinging around like crazy when you try to shoot. I mean, just basic stuff.
What web page you talking about?
The one that has all the one that has all the events and shit on. We're making it easier in 4th Texas. So what you're going to be able to do is, if you recruit someone, you go up to the recruitment resources channel. There's a text document. Just chuck that at the new recruit, and that tells them how to sign up for everything, from the company tool to iCore to 4th Texas.
If I may, Snuff, do you have a recruitment thing on your YouTube videos for guys to like join? You should do that.
Yeah, dude. I helped the guy wrote.
Well, people will ask, and then I point them to a company tool. If they can't do the company tool, they're not worth my time.
True, but you could put company tool in like your like info. You know what I mean?
It is. It's in this.
Okay. I think that's a great idea, because I mean, I watch his videos. I know other people do. Certainly, people do that are not members of iCore. You know, so really, I think the hardest thing about joining a regiment is getting the direction of where do you go. You know what I mean? That's what it was for me. I'll be honest. The reason I'm here is because Pixelated Apollo had made a YouTube video about you guys. So
cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they'll ask. All they got to do is ask me in chat, which they do a lot, and I'll tell them where to go. That's simple.
I agree. I'm just saying there are some guys that are going to be too shy to ask you. You know what I mean? Guys that are still looking for a regiment, they're too shy. So if you have it in like your, info of like this is like iCore Discord or this is iCore like War of Rights tool. I think that honestly, man, I mean, it's up to you because it's your videos, but I think it would be beneficial.
Okay, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so basically, I'm sorry, I was kind of talking over you guys before, but this thing in the recruitment resources that corporal agents were posted up, I actually made that with him, and that's kind of exactly the same. Yeah, I did that for the same reason that I just kind of said what I said now. Just those kind of steps, like where to sign up and how to get access to that web page. And
I've already used it and it works well.
It does. Cool.
Yep, I've used it already. Yeah, no issues with it. It worked really well. Also, I sent you both a message with a recruitment message that you can put into the text box in game. Just change it to fit the company that you're from. So,
Cool,
Fourth Texas company, whatever.
I think that document still doesn't have a link to that website, or is that website not important anymore?
The scheduling one. Well, I've told Friendbeard to do an event calendar for this Discord. It'll be the same fucking thing that's on that web. It'll be a Google fucking calendar, and
Yeah,
all the events and shit.
yeah. Because I'm like, why go to another web page? Because just go to our Discord channel, and there's a link to it right there, so you can see it right here on Discord.
Not even that. It's got its own channel. I just got to get Friendbeard to make the calendar because I've got no idea how to do it. So I'm gonna get him to do it. He's done it before.
Okay.
Somebody has made a calendar, like just for iCore in general, because I don't know where it was, but I found it somewhere.
That was Friendbeard. It's on the iCore Discord. Friendbeard made that one, so I want him to do one for us.
Yeah, I mean everybody has calendars, like scheduler of some kind, so that's
But
probably
we also have the events channel too, which has the events listed in there for people to
yeah,
tick that they're attending.
But most all of our events, they're the same time every week.
They are, yeah.
So.
Bird, you just send me that. How do I get to that again?
Get to what?
That like what you just sent us to send people for recruiting.
Copy it on out of your messages.
No, I know. What is it under? Is it under iCore or Fort Texas? Discord.
What exactly are you talking about?
You sent me a thing that like copy and paste. Where is that on? Which tab? I saw it and then I lost it.
Oh no, I sent you something in your messages. Like a DM. Just copy it, and when you're playing War of Rights, just copy and paste it in the text.
Roger.
There are rules of that though. If another regiment has already posted a recruitment message in it, you have to wait till that recruitment message goes off the screen before you can post it.
Fair enough.
It's just courtesy.
Respect.
No, not respect. Just being nice. That's all. It's not nothing. We don't have to respect the other regiments.
Yes, sir.
And that was another thing I got kicked in the head about this morning. That's for another.
You got kicked in the head for respecting other regiments?
Nah, I got kicked in the head for something someone else did, which is the glory of being a lieutenant colonel, I guess.
Roger that.
No, I've had Drax come down on me many times. Nothing new.
Oh, it's nothing to worry about.
No.
I just shrugged it off, but I would have a much better day if I didn't have to deal with that first thing in the morning when I wake up. I woke up and I just had this fucking text message staring me, or this message staring me in the face. I'm just like, I've just fucking woke up, man. Fuck. That's all sorted though.
Yeah, now I got a lady in my house telling me how I should, a stranger lady in my house telling me how I should raise my fucking daughter.
You want to come
She
down to
can
command
go
chat
fuck
with
a
me,
duck.
son? Come down to command chat, son.
Sure, man.
Alright, gentlemen.
Yeah, fucking B-ball. It's a pain in my ass.
Yeah? What do you do this time?
He fucking conspired with Bruce to fucking like, you know, the whole Drax said it in the thing about recruiting for G Comp.
Yeah.
So you know how in the meeting I said everyone needs to get onto recruiting, yeah?
Yeah.
So B-ball should never have been a G Company. He's supposed to be in C Company, yeah? But Bruce brought him into G Company and told him a month ago that they should start recruiting for G Company. Alright, this is before I was even fucking Lieutenant Colonel or anything. So started telling B-ball to start recruiting for G Company. So when Cav becomes a thing, Bruce can leave G Company with however many guys are in G Company, and then fucking
Here they come.
hang on.
Incoming.
Here they come.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't know why you fucking keep server meeting you when you join this job.
I don't know. I think it's just the circle like me.
I'll look into that later.
Load buckle ball if you got it.
It's on the list.
I think we need to shift right.
Yeah, so
Shift right and brace.
oh, you got beaten.
Shift right and brace.
54.
Fuck.
Shift right.
That's American football for you.
Get outside, brace for play. Stay off the fence line, just shoot him as they come over. Hit this guy.
I'm just gonna make it quick and snappy.
Hey, what's up?
Nah, he was on before, but he's not on now. That's alright. When you get him, you get him. Okay?
Try and get him tomorrow, possibly. Whatever.
Yeah, he just needs to be straightened out. That's all. He's a good kid, man, but he's.
Basically, I just told him to chill out.
I think it's mostly Bruce because Ball he wants to be promoted, and Bruce fucking said that he can get promoted if he goes to G Company and start doing bullshit.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna tell. Reform. Guys in G Company. That's the only reason he's trying to get you.
Yeah, Bruce only wanted guys in G Company, so when he goes to Cav, he hasn't really made fucking bunch of blokes to go ride horses with him. That's all.
Yeah, I'd lay it down to him straight and just tell him, like, dude, the only reason he said that to you is just so he could get you into the cab. Other than that, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because because I've never really had a problem with Bruce, but the whole deal with how the reason he got knocked out of cab is he just wants to wait for cab, sort of put a sour taste in my mouth. That's all.
Well, that's not the half of it, man. He's lucky he has a captain's position at all.
Goes Rambo.
He was going to get busted down to private and put in D Company as private.
I would ask what the whole deal is, but it's back on the time, man. Wait until later.
I'll give you the short and fast version. He's Drax's boy, and Drax pulled strings and made promises and shit to James and Ace to let Bruce be in charge of a inactive company. With a strict rule that if Bruce even attempted to fucking make that company active, all shit was gonna hit the fan.
And he tried to make it active.
And he tried to make it fucking active. That's why Drax came down like he did.
Well, you don't make freaking promises like that and then try to tell somebody, oh, by the way, if you don't make the company active, we're gonna freaking discipline you just because you're actually trying to do it.
Yeah. It's like they gave him an inactive company. Said, well, you said you're going to be inactive, so we'll put you down here as a captain on the proviso that you're inactive and you don't try and resurrect this fucking company because we're in the middle of a fucking election. I know this is fucking political bullshit and I'm fucking over it, but if it seems like if it even sniffed like it was we were trying to fucking raise another company, all fucking hell would have broken us.
I'm not trying to say anything here, but I really wish that if I had to talk about I did screaming match like I said before, and I'd probably the one who's ranking that way, two I wouldn't even be.
Alright, we should put our attention to the north. We're Yanks to our north.
Because he hasn't got the power to bust you down.
No, what I mean is, I don't know if I'd be in the regiment anymore. I'm just saying. I know you probably wouldn't, but the thing is, it's the whole politics thing.
I'm trying really hard to fucking stop the politics becoming a thing and ruining everything. So.
But like I said,
But people like fucking B-Ball and Bruise make that fucking difficult.
But like, as I was gonna say, and I understand what you're saying, but as I was gonna say, just because I get recruited from the regiment doesn't mean I'd be gone. I'd probably just go to freaking 8th Virginia or some shit.
I'm gonna pull you aside and talk to you about 8th Virginia one.
Why? What's their deal?
I'm not sure how together they actually are. I think I was telling you the other day. I don't know how on the same page those blokes are over there.
Mean all their officers together? Or
I'm talking about Moon, Dingo, and Dogface.
Oh, how not on the same page they probably are.
Yeah, so I don't know what sort of situation's going on over there, but I don't think it's as rosy as the picture is painted sometimes.
Yeah, I got you. I understand that.
Like we're cool with Moon and we're cool with Dogface and Dingo and all that, but
you don't know if we're cool with each other type of deal.
Like say you know how Moon was thinking about leaving Icor, right? So Moon leaves Icor, but would Dogface and Dingo go with him? I don't.
Yeah, I understand that. To me, it's sort of like I said before, my loyalties are to 4th Texas, ACO. Like I've said, I've made it known before, and I've said it openly before. That's what
like I alluded to the other week. If shit ever goes south for 4th Texas, I can just take my shit and go. I mean, I company can stay in Icor. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying in particular, like, shit would hit the fan in the exponential, in a very exponential way.
I don't think
I don't know what I do.
I mean, it's not going to get to that, so it's definitely not going to get to the point where we're going to have to leave. But it's not at that point yet, and it's a long way away from there actually. But we make the best of the situation we're in at the moment, and that's what we're trying to. Hence why we have our own Discord now. It makes us more legitimate, because I don't think 4th Texas is viewed upon as a proper regiment within ICOR. But I think we are now, which is
I'd honestly say that statement about freaking 15th Georgia or freaking 5th Texas, half the time when we have events, they're lucky if they show up with like 30 guys, when it's 4th Texas and 8th Virginia that show up with like close to 40 plus.
Yeah, well, we have the potential to show up with 60 if everyone turns up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes no freaking sense.
15th Georgia has a retention problem, but their solution is to get more. Well, they've got a bad retention problem, and their solution is to bring more people in. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah. Anyways, boys, I gotta go.
All right, no problem. See ya. Man, I like him, but he's very opinionated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got the gist of what happened. So Bruce, Bruce told B-Ball to start recruiting a month ago for G Company, even though B-Ball's supposed to be corporal of C, and he's not supposed to. He promised B-Ball the captain's position at G Company when he shouldn't have. Fucking, he's got no say in the matter. So Drax came in. He wanted to know what the fuck was going on, why I told B-Ball he could recruit. I said I fucking didn't. I said as a blanket message in the meeting that everyone should be fucking recruiting. I didn't realise at the time that he had G Company tags, because that's where I thought he was. He told me that he was inactive in Bruise, so... well. Shit happens. And then I had one of Drax's sergeants started posting. I told him that he has to get a corporal to take fucking attendance. Blah 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 blah. And he took that as me telling him that he was now platoon commander of I Company, and that it was his job to make sure people were active. So he's fucking screenshotted the company tool, posted it up on their channel on the I Discord. Fucking. And I just had to say, look, you're not platoon commander. I've got no fucking say in that. That's Drax's shit. Because Drax was fucking having a hissy fit because it seemed to him that you're trying to go above your station in the company. Says, well, just fucking cool your fucking shit. Take that stuff down. Just fucking be cool about it. Just post a link to 4th Texas Discord in your chat. You're a sergeant. Just pretend there's no platoon structure. Just do what you gotta do.
Right.
It's like, fuck, man. And apart from that, now I've got 2 corporals asking me for a fucking server. I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know, because my core has enough time trying to fucking pay for that server.
Right.
I don't want to have to get stuck with a bill to pay for a fucking drill camp server. And how often are we gonna fucking use a drill camp server? Will it be worth the money if we're doing 1 drill a week on that fucking server? I mean, we could use that server for Pickets Patrol, or I guess if we wanted to. But I mean, we could use it as a recruiting tool. I guess we could change it to.
I mean that was their original idea, was just using it for a recruiting tool.
But then we're paying money to recruit people.
Right.
See, it's and I don't know if everyone's going to be up for that, because I mean, it's not much to have the server. I don't think it costs that much. I think it's like $20 a month or something stupid like that. Hang on, I'll be back in a sec. I got a piss.
Right.
So who controls the server?
I have no idea. I think Drax does, doesn't he?
No, I mean, there's a company that does it. You rent the server off them.
Oh.
I'm looking it up. It's G Portal.
G Portal, yeah, there we go. It was G something.
So you got someone over your house telling you how to raise your daughter?
Well,
How old is she?
she's 22.
I'm pretty sure you've done the raising part.
No shit. Yeah, and well, it was she wasn't having all these fucking suicidal thoughts until we put her into a special school. And then she's surrounded by people who feel the same fucking way. You know? So we never had a problem with that. Never had a problem with it before she started going to this school with a bunch of other sick people. Then she's getting ideas, you know. She's a smart girl. I believe the first time that she, you know, started cutting herself and threatening suicide, it was to get the attention of another boy. And now I think she's just having panic attacks now, and I don't know. It's weird.